Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Lincoln Depot. And it's just such a beautiful day to do this groundbreaking. This has been a long time coming, and I'm so glad that we are able to get this off the ground. Before I make any further comments, I just want to recognize some very, very important people that have taken time from their busy schedules to be here. Of course, we have our great Deputy County Executive, George Oros. From the Peekskill Common Council, Darren Rigger and Kathy Talbot. The great ex-mayor of Peekskill, Fran Gibbs, who started a lot of this. Former council people from the city of Peekskill, Bill Schmidt and Kathy Pisani, who served the city for 22 years on the council. We have former Commissioner of the Workmen's Compensation Board, Jeff Sweet, here today. Good to see you, Jeff. We have Sybil Kanan, who made our library one of the best in the county. Thank you, Sybil. And we miss you very much. From the city of Peekskill, we have the great Jim Pinto, our Economic Director, here. Mike Welty and Gene Friedman, who made this all possible today. Gene, thank you so much. Greg Rich and all the great guys down at his department, thank you so much for all the work that you do every day. And we have our city manager, Anthony Ruggiero, here also. Anthony. The governor could not be here today, but he sent a letter, and the governor's been a great supporter of this project that carried over from previous administrations, and he wishes us well. And he has a letter here that will go on file with the Lincoln Depot for the posterity. We also have representatives from his state, the Empire State Development Corporation, County Legislator Catherine Borges' office, and a couple of other people. I'm sorry if I miss you. I would like to specifically recognize Eric Warren, who's the Senior Project Manager for the Empire State Development, who funded this project over $600,000 for Phase 1. Lisa Vasiliakos, the Grants Manager for the New York State Department of State, who's here with some people from her department. And of course, the great Cargin Fence Company from Peekskill, the general contractor. We awarded this bid to them. They're a local company, they employ local people, and they do great work, and we just want to welcome them here. And of course, Shays and Companies, the engineer and construction manager, and Mr. Tilley is here today. So thank you so much for your work on this project. No more changes to the plan, okay? Let's get it built. This project goes back many, many years, and the historical significance of it is well known. I don't have to repeat it. It's been the brainchild of former Mayor John Testa, who's also the president of the Lincoln Depot Foundation. And without further ado, to give you more history about this project and where it's come from, I want to introduce John Testa.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me and having us involved with this. This is a long time coming. We're very, very excited about it. Before I say anything, I'd like to thank the Empire State Development Corporation for sticking with us all these years. The grants originally came through in 2006 under Governor Pataki, and all the administrations following believed in the project and kept the grants going and kept our dream going. So I want to thank the state and all involved at the state level for helping us get to where we are today. So thank you so much to the state of New York and all the people over the last 10 years or so, 8 years that we've had the grants to let us get to this point. I'd also like to just mention the members of the board of the Lincoln Depot Museum. 2 of them were already mentioned as other positions. My deputy mayor at the time, Kathy Pisani, is on the board of the Depot Museum. Kathy Pisani, Sybil Kanan, General Patrick Garvey, I don't see who's here today, Brian Kaplan, Paul Martin, and Dr. Robert Hales are all members of the board who have helped us get to this point as well. And as you have seen over the last number of months, thanks to Mayor Catalina coming in and making sure things move forward in this area, we were able to open up the museum just a couple weeks ago. If you're here today and have time and haven't been able to go inside, I highly recommend you taking a walk through the museum and seeing how wonderful it came out. And now we're ready for the stage of this whole historic site being finished. This is a site more than just a building. It's a historic site where Lincoln stopped on his way to his inauguration in 1861, February 19th to be exact. You can see right on the statue over there. And I see George Orwell, so I have to say thank you, George, because he stood here in 2006 at a similar podium when we received the grant, and he was the county legislator before me. So I want to thank George personally for all he did for us. So we're going to be able to transform. I don't know if you have the plans here to show, but this whole plaza will be transformed into a site where events can take place, where citizens can come and enjoy the view. There'll be another building built. As Mr. Tilley knows, he's been very involved with that, and the mayor mentioned that hopefully now we're to the point where the building is at its stage where it can start in 2015. I guess we'll have another groundbreaking then for the actual building. But for today, I think the first phase is just basically clearing the property. This property extends all the way to the street, having a boardwalk along McGregory Brook, which is a very significant historic brook in itself. And as you can see, some work is already starting with some of the access routes and other things that will be taking place over the next number of weeks. So you'll be able to drive by, as people have over the years, wondering what's going on here. With the museum now open, now we're going to see a whole transformation of the property, thanks to the city of Peekskill and all involved, from the planning department, from the mayor's office, from the council members who all supported this. I want to thank them all. So we're very excited, and we're ready to move forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Before we pick up our shovels and actually break ground, I see a late arrival, and my job is, we have a full-time city manager, but I try to get around as much as possible, and my job would not be possible without great help, and we don't have help in our budget, but I could not do my job without my great Deputy Mayor, Joe Torres. Joe, good to see you. Okay, without further ado, if we can grab our shovels and we'll break ground.